Never sign up for a KubeCon talk.
Okay, welcome to Working Group Apply. This is maybe the 20, good question. Let me scroll, 28, 27, 28
Something like that.
meeting. Do you want me to share my screen on here?
I'm doing it.
Awesome, thank you, Jenny. Okay, so what have we done these past 2 weeks? Create a false flag, which has been happily merged. Yay. Write send PR for new. I mean, you've done that.
It's true, I did actually make a PR, didn't I? It was like the lamest PR ever.
That's fine.
But it included the types. Yeah, are you going to finish that?
And we've done a lot of these.
Okay, that's great.
Let's talk about that. Fixed conversion. Okay.
You did that one, or a lot.
Yeah, so this is not done, but I've done most of these. We have the string to pass element.
Okay.
And we have the set to fields, to API fields. It's not merged or into a PR yet, but it's mostly implemented. It's the premise.
The double.
It's not tested.
It's not tested. Okay. We got to figure out something about the double quoting. That looks really bad.
Yeah, it's pretty ugly.
Yeah.
But that's not the priority, I think.
Well, once we launch something, we're locked in forever. So.
No, I don't think it. But as soon as we can merge in master without the fix, can't we? How do you think we have to have the type perfect before we merge to master?
I mean, I think in terms of precedent for feature branch, yeah, I think that's probably like, if I were setting up the rules for when it's okay to merge a feature branch back into master, I think one of the rules would be like, you're happy with your API.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You're ready to support your API forever.
Okay, so we need to figure this out. We'll keep it under this umbrella. I'm going to make that a.
Yeah.
Conversion functions for mixed version operation.
That one's done.
Is it
It's
merged?
merged, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure.
It's not being used yet, but it's merged.
I think it's merged.
Glue apply pass to SMD. So we are waiting actually for a merge from master in the branch.
Oh, do you need me to push the force button?
No, it's good. It should merge.
The force is done. Yeah.
The tests are all broken. We had a lot of trouble because of broken tests, and now we have broken tests which are, I think, test infra related.
Yeah. Okay. So you have to merge.
Yeah.
It's not merged, but it.
The 28. No, wait, which one?
It's legitimate approved. It as a whole, I didn't notice.
Okay. We're talking about 112. Okay.
It should be. We can just say it's already automatic now.
Yeah, I mean.
The old was just. It should have been.
Yeah, given that on the feature branch, it might even merge by the end of the meeting.
It's very fast, yeah. Okay, glue apply path to SMD. So Kevin's still working on it. It's moving nicely, I think. He needs the master code in the branch to actually.
Yeah, for the open API models.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is same. This is same. I just realized we probably need one for create, even though it's very easy.
Oh yes. You skipped an insert row if that's what you're looking for.
Okay, it's not below or above now.
I guess not.
Glue.
Oh yeah, looks new.
It said it in the same.
No typo. We're not there yet. Merge the feature branch back in master. Test blah blah blah. Okay. So we're getting there. We're missing
Why did I say I was going to finish one of this?
I don't know. Do you want to move that away?
Let's move that out of this thread. As much as I'd like to work on that, I really don't see it happening.
No.
That sounds much more fun than what I am working on.
Oh yeah, we need to do that. So don't trim too many types. What does this mean?
Oh, that was the. I think Jenny fixed it now. That was the thing you discovered where only the root type was.
Oh, I see.
Oh, no, you fixed it.
Or
I know
somebody
I
fixed it.
I don't think I fixed it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if that's not fixed, then it needs to be fixed.
No, it's fixed.
It is fixed. Okay.
I don't think I was there. Did I fix that? I don't even know what that is.
Fix the API. Make it
It
multiple
was
side.
you wrote that code to screen out all the unrelated types when it passes the Open API spec doc down in.
Oh,
Yeah, it's the
we did
model
fix that.
thing
I
against
did
the
fix that.
schema.
I know how it
Okay.
is now.
Okay.
That's the piece of code Kevin needs from master.
Gotcha.
I'm going to delete this line raw because it says fix the API. I think we already have items for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that's an expanded now.
And this one I'm gonna put back because I think we need to do that.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's probably a 3. I'm gonna put Kevin on it because he's working on it.
What does it mean? Tolerate failure?
So if you can't update the manage field on update or patch or create, it shouldn't prevent the creation of the object or the update. Because if we have any bug in our code, we don't want it to completely host the API server.
Yeah, it needs to fail gracefully.
Yes.
That's sort of. I think that's a kind of a general property, especially if those pass. It's okay if we block apply because somebody's doing something special to trigger the apply, but put patch. Absolutely, we can't block. So that means if there's some strange error.
Okay.
It needs to.
But even if the if it's not apply, so for patch, where is it? Okay.
Yeah, even for patch because
Yeah, even for patch, anything that's not apply, it's okay to force the user to fix something, but the others is not okay. We need to figure out something.
So if setting the managed field fails in any way, we just continue, or what do you expect?
extracting, decoding, encoding, even updating. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably at least document some sort of principle behind how we're gonna approach an error. Like, does that mean like if you get an error, then the request should proceed as if the apply code weren't in at all? Maybe.
Yeah, it's what
If it fails at some points, it would return a nil managed field and probably set it. So failed applies or failed patch should not overwrite existing managed fields, should it?
I think I think what we wanted to do is if it fails at some point, then just leave the existing managed fields the way they are and don't mess with them.
Yeah, that's okay. That's an interesting point.
But then
The thing I think would be bad is if it like partially succeeded and updated some of the fields, but not all of them. That's hard.
Okay, so the good thing is that we have 2 paths right now. We have the apply path and the non-apply path. So the apply path should fail on errors and the other one shouldn't.
Right.
For the non-apply path, we return the object as it was given in input. We just change the managed fields.
Yeah.
We just need to be careful not to change it if we have any error, which might be slightly problematic.
I mean, you might want to do something like before calling it, copy the original managed fields.
Yeah.
If there's some sort of error, use those.
Yes.
And
Put it back. One thing we do is actually remove them before we try and do the merge. Try to get the managed fields because we don't want to count them.
Yeah.
But we have to put them back. Yeah.
So patch is already using this make managed field updater where it just transforms. So it takes the new object, it returns a new object. So we could just return the new object in any way or the previous object without doing anything. Okay.
Yes, that's what we're saying. But you need to be careful to put back the managed field.
Yeah, because we deleted. Yeah.
Yeah, we need to.
What about output? Should there any be any warning? I don't know how to return stuff
Yeah, that doesn't help.
on that point.
I think like a warning log message is probably appropriate.
On that server side.
Yeah,
Under normal use, though, there wouldn't be any errors in the SMG case if it's working correctly.
so the sort of error that I anticipate is like some field that we didn't think to run through anything actually doesn't work in our schema.
Yeah.
So
Oh, the schema parsing too. Yeah. Yeah.
So that like there's basically nothing the user can do about it. So
Okay.
I think we're mostly fine because if we don't actually update the managed field, what's going to happen is that the patch or update is not going to acquire the fields.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
it'll be okay.
yeah. Cool. I'm going to copy this line. How do you copy it?
You make a blank line and then you paste it.
Okay. Oh, there it is. Insert one below. Okay, I think we're mostly done. Yeah. Okay, I made it.
You need to move 123 above that line.
Good catch.
I think 20.
Okay, do I have anything?
I had a question in Slack just now. What about if setting the managed fields by patch should be possible?
Oh, yes. Can you update the managed fields?
Directly?
Like as a user? Yeah.
I would think it weird because it should be only updated by the server itself.
So the only thing I'm thinking there is if the server somehow gets itself into a bad state, how do you correct the situation?
Yeah. So I guess the question is, when we do the update, do we use the old object managed fields or the new object managed fields? That's kind of the question.
Right.
The one from the old object or the one from the new object?
If they differ.
That's the yeah. Most of the time, I would expect they don't. But if the person's updated, it's going to be in the new one, not in the old one. Yeah, we can use it.
That we would just not run any of the apply code if they try to change it.
Oh, for apply, yeah, we should.
I mean for update and for.
So I think it's different depending on the path. For the apply path, you shouldn't be able to set the managed fields. That's bad because that's self-referential, and I don't want to reason about the code like updating the code. But so I think apply just rejects changes to the managed fields.
Rejects with error, so fails.
Yeah. If you try to change those, in fact, even if they match the existing object, if they're set,
it should be
best. You have to reject that. And actually, there's a even better reason for rejecting that, which is if somebody does a get on the API and gets an object, and then tries to use that to apply, it's going to include the managed field, and then we need to give them an error. In fact, I would include in the hint for the error, did you copy an object? Because that's not how apply should work. You should set only the fields that you wanted to set.
Put in the other.
Have you seen Kube Backup?
No.
Kube Backup extracts the object from etcd.
Yeah.
To do backup, not from etcd directly, it probably does a watch or does a get every 5 minutes. And then if you want to back, and it backs up your objects, right? And then it suggests that you can apply them to restore the state. I'm like, no, don't.
Isn't that already failing because of like the problem? I came here because you can't set some fields when applying.
It would be broken in many ways, I think.
Yeah. Restoring from a backup is not as simple as just copy pasting the objects in your old cluster into the new
Yeah.
cluster, because all the links matter, and like the nodes will be different, and then yeah, who knows.
Okay, so yeah, we can recheck if the field is set.
So, but on put, create, and other forms of patch, I can imagine like rejecting the change if they try to both change managed fields and other things about the object at the same time.
Interesting.
Um,
That's gonna be hard to detect, isn't it?
I mean, it's not impossible. The other
We would have to diff or
so the other
No, you don't have to diff. I think you can just use like DP.
okay, maybe. Mm.
And then just remove managed fields from both.
Yeah,
Do
you have
deep
to-
equals,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
deep equal to managed fields.
yeah, that's a lot of
I don't want to
object
know
walking.
about some of the.
I mean, actually, I guess you could load both. You could run both objects through the compare function and like investigate the results to see if it.
I think it would just
I
be
don't wanna do
easier
that.
to just not run any of the applied stuff.
Yeah, the other option is but if you want to let them update anything in the same request, which I guess is a reasonable position, then like you were saying, you need to decide whether you use the old or the new managed fields.
Just use the new all the time.
I think you have to use the new, otherwise you're effectively overwriting and ignoring whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
So
99% of the time, it's going to be the same. If it's a patch, it hasn't changed it.
Yes.
If it's an update, it probably hasn't changed it.
So kind of the downside of that is, imagine somebody's doing a put. They're an old client, so they don't know about the managed fields, so they omit it.
Why would they?
They're an old client. They don't have
Oh.
they don't have that compiled in.
And they round trip to an actual type?
Yes.
Uh,
So
yeah, maybe we could do if it's nil and the old is not nil. You keep the old.
then how would you delete it completely if you wanted to remove it?
Why would you?
You want to reset it.
It's
doing
going
something
to use
funky.
the old to recompute everything. I mean, I don't see how it's bad. We're gonna have to use it. You want to completely.
Yeah, if somebody wants to start from scratch with their managed fields, totally wipe them out.
Yeah.
I think it's a patch.
Yeah, but it's gonna be the same. At this level, we are past patch.
Yeah.
We're looking at the object before being patched and the object after being patched. Yeah, we can't know if it's been removed because kubectl removed it or because the user removed it.
We could. So is it a top level pointer? Like, so if the client doesn't understand it, they'd admit it completely. If they understand it and want to set it to a deliberately empty list,
Yeah.
perhaps they can specify it.
Is it a list or a dictionary?
It's a
Either
dictionary.
way, they could
It's
set
a
it to
dictionary.
Yeah, but I suspect the meta accessor is actually returning nil if the length is 0. Like there's a hard code that says if it's empty, even set but empty, you return nil.
We'll have to leave that.
We don't have to do that, but
Yeah, we may have to.
or we can read it as an
I mean,
structure then.
this is a general problem with our API, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, how do you tell the difference between deliberately set to empty and omitted because it wasn't understood?
Yeah. I mean, even with omit empty doesn't make a difference between an empty list and a nil list, right? I mean, it's going to be removed anyway. But this field is not omit empty, is it?
I think omit empty, if it's nil, it will omit it. But if it is set to an empty map, it will be present with like open.
I don't think so. I don't think so because the status is actually dropped or whatnot. You know, when you have the empty status, it's removing the status.
Really?
But if it's
Or
a
showing
pointer, But if it's
or
a
showing
only
the.
empty
If it's a
if
pointer,
it's
it's probably
nil.
different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a pointer, is it?
We can just make it.
Yeah.
Leave it merged.
If you make it too weird, then the proto encoding isn't going to work.
Yeah.
So keep that in mind.
Is that an actual use case? People want to completely remove everything.
I think we should add an item to figure this out, since we've talked about it for a few minutes now.
Yeah. How to.
Yeah, it would be also good if we write down the little behavior for when to error and when to not error with the stuff we talked about before, because I think listening to your discussion, I already forgot the first points.
Yeah, I'm gonna make that a 5 and maybe document the behavior.
I mean, we can at least file an issue explaining.
And this was about what? Empty.
You can just generally say when someone tries to modify it.
I remember I made a comment in the specification document about whether it should be possible to own a field without setting it. I think nobody commented on it, but the question is still there. Have you discussed this?
The way that we have it now, you could do that by just sending an apply with the field equal to its current value, and then you add it as an owner of it, and also.
Yes.
Okay, I thought it doesn't own if the fields don't change, but okay, yeah.
I think it will.
For apply it does, not for patch.
Right.
Ah, okay, yeah.
Did you mean to scratch that out?
No, okay. Looks like I scratched the entire line.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah. I'm pretty booked this week. Next week is KubeCon, and after that, I'm expecting to be out for a while. So, yeah.
Okay. Enjoy.
I would love to go to KubeCon as well. So have fun.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.